Well, I'm married to a banker. Thank you, good night. I am married to a banker, and it's not always easy to be married to a banker because most of what my husband does on a day-to-day basis has absolutely nothing to do with banking. It often has to do with scotch and steak in New York. Sometimes it has to do with Yankees Stadium private boxes. Yeah. But more or less, most of the time, if it's not snowing, what my husband does on a day-to-day basis has a lot to do with golf. And I hate golf. So he's always on a golf outing, and sometimes spouses are summoned to go on these outings, and I didn't know, I'm a high school tutor. I didn't know what my presence on a golf course has to do with the $20 million banking deal, but if I'm summoned, I go, and we often golf with this couple, Bob and his wife, Jenny. It's not really Bob, it's Bob. Bob's from Worcester, Mass, and he's really boring, and he talks about Worcester and golf and the Red Sox. And his wife, Jenny, hates golf, too. So usually if we have to go golfing, we'll go up, and Jenny orders an adult beverage cart at her country club to follow us from hole to hole. So a few weeks ago, we're up there, and it wasn't just any given Sunday, it was our 25th wedding anniversary. So we're not in Champaign or Berlin, but we're like somewhere like north of Hartford at a golf course. So Jenny orders the adult beverage cart, and the first tee, Bloody Mary, ladies? Well, yes, please, thank you. Second tee, mimosa? Well, yes, I think I will. So usually by the 8th or 9th hole, Jenny and I are like slumped in the back of the golf cart, like pitching golf balls at the squirrels, right? Boom. 4. Punch it, Jenny. Yeah. And then Jenny gets a golf ball and she pitches one. Boom. 5. Up top. Yeah. So that's it. So we're coming back down 95 after this outing on our 25th wedding anniversary. And we're right around the Milford Orange border, and there, like a beacon in the evening, is this huge billboard for the Love Boutique. Maybe you've seen it. Kara looks up there. Adult toys, novelties, and lingerie. So I say to my husband, slumped over in the front seat, he's driving. I'm reeking of vodka and horseradish at this point. You know. It's our 25th wedding anniversary. Get off the next exit. He's like, really? It's a Sunday. I said, it says open 7 days. Sunday's 40% off. Get off the exit. So he gets off the exit. You know, we park and we go in. And of course, we look like the Talbots twins because we're in our country club outfits, right? So we get to the door, we walk in. And along the side now, and you have to think about this, there's a bank of shopping carts. Really big shopping carts, like the kind you get at Walmart. I'm like, oh shit, this is great, let's go shopping. So we get the shopping cart, we go in, and it's kind of laid out like Stu Leonard's, you know, like you have to go around the entire store. So even if you only came for the Diet Coke, you have to go through the bakery first. So you buy everything in the bakery. So the first section, we'll call that Ladies' Choice. And I'm standing there looking at this wall. It's like this wonder wall, right? And there's stuff up there that's like 2-speed. And there's some stuff up there that's like 4 speeds with attachments. And I'm going, well, this is like the trip to Disney World that we never took. I pick out something I like, not telling. And I look down, I see my husband down the row, and he's staring intently into a bin. And I'm thinking, oh, I wonder what he found. So I go over and I have my toy, and I say, what'd you find, honey? And he goes, God, can you believe this? It's a whole box of batteries. It's a whole bin full. And he goes, this is better prices in Costco, huh? So he's pitching the battery packs into the shopping cart. And I'm like, look what I found. And I turn it on. And all of a sudden, next to me, there's this little weird, creepy guy with tattoos all over him and a name tag, and it says Lyle. And he looks at me and he goes, ma'am, y'all customers are not to take the items off the display merchandise boards unless there is an intention to purchase. And I looked at him and I said, this is mine. I'm going to buy this. And I put it in the shopping cart. He goes, yes, ma'am. He walks away. So then we move on to the next section and looking up at this wall. And I've been around the block a time or two, okay? Looking at this wall. I have no idea what any of this stuff is supposed to be. I I mean, not a clue. You couldn't conjure it, okay? But my husband's over there, and he's taking the packages off the display board, and he's looking at me. I said, "What'd you find, honey?" And he goes, "Well, I don't know what they are, but look at this. Everything on this wall from China is twice as expensive as the stuff from the Philippines." What do you think it means? I said, "I don't know, but I think it means we're in the wrong section, and it doesn't make any difference. It just means that the stuff in the Philippines is cheap." And I turn around, and there's Lyle. And he looks at my husband, and he goes, "Y'all customers are not to take any items off the display merchandising board unless there is an intention to purchase." I said, "Lyle, we're going to put it back." I said, "Where are you from anyway?" "Arkansas." "Okay, good." So I look over, and there's a carousel in the center of the store with movies. I said, "Come on, honey, let's go. We love a movie. Let's go." And it's this huge carousel. And we're looking at the movies, and I have to stop right here and tell you that I don't care who you are or how your brain works. If it's ever crossed your mind, there's a movie for that, okay? So I spot the new release section, and I dive right in, okay? And I'm going through the movies, and I pick the first one out, and I'm like, Pirates of the Caribbean. Must be a summer blockbuster. Maybe Johnny Depp is in it. We're getting this one. And I put that in the cart, you know. Pick up another one. Bad Teachers. My husband goes, "Get that one." Put that in the cart. You know, and then we spot another one. Pick it up. Transformers, the transgender version. Well, maybe. So we're starting to have a little fun. All of a sudden there's this voice that calls out, "Jim, Maureen." We freeze. Shit. We've been spotted in the adult store by somebody who knows us. We look up, and it's worse than that. It's Bob from the golf outing. So Bob comes over. "Hi, what a coincidence." Goes, "What a day it was, huh? Had to drop Jenny off on the way home. She got a little retarded on those Bloody Marys." And I look up and I say, "I completely understand, Bob." So my husband starts to talk to Bob, and I'm waiting. It's an awkward moment there in the adult store. It's our 25th wedding anniversary. And I suddenly realize that they have engaged in a complete discussion review of the entire fucking day of golf, okay? And I'm waiting, and I'm looking at the movies, and now I've got like 15 movies in the cart. They're still talking about golf. And I'm like, oh, my feelings are hurt. So I think, I'm just going to shop on my own. So I take the cart, and I go over, and I go to a new section, and I'm going to call it the companion section. It's all kind of blow-up stuff on this section. And I spot this big blow-up doll, and there's a sign above her that says Wanda. Right? So, and she's all like... So I unhook Wanda's arms and legs, and I get her, I put her right in the shopping cart, you know, like a little kid. So I take her back, and I go, "Look, honey, it's Wanda." And she's almost a 9-holer, still nothing. So I go over to the next section, small leather goods, and I'm going over my shoulder, "Hey, honey, we're in the small leather goods section. Want to come over and take a look? There's little tiny small leather items, kind of like club toppers." Nothing, no response. I pick up the small leather because I start pitching at my husband, going, "4." Lyle comes around the corner peeking, and I said, "Don't come near me, Lyle. Just back off, okay? We're taking Wanda home. Leave me alone." So I go back over. I find what I need, go to the bondage section. I get a leather collar, a pair of handcuffs, take it down. I tiptoe up behind my husband's back, and I cuff him to the shopping cart. Now I've got his attention, and he's all like, he's like, "What's the matter with you? What are you doing?" And I step back, and I take my camera out of my purse, and I flip the video mode on, and I start filming Bob and my husband and Wanda. And Bob's going like this. My husband goes, "Are you fucking crazy? What are you doing?" And I reach into his pocket, and I take the keys out, and I said, "I'm leaving. You get a ride home with Wanda."